Hi everyone, it's Kathleen, and today and in a series of videos I'm going to be talking about the Fair Labor Standards Act based on a question that's come in from one of my viewers. What is the Fair Labor Standards Act, or the FLSA? It is a major employment law here in the United States, and it was enacted in 1938. What does it do? Well, the FLSA does several things. It establishes the minimum wage in this country. So every time the minimum wage changes, the FLSA is amended. The FLSA also mandates certain record-keeping requirements for employers. So pursuant to the FLSA, employers must maintain certain payroll records on what they pay to their employees. The FLSA furthermore established the 40-hour work week and mandates the payment of time and a half overtime for non-exempt status employees who work over 40 hours in a designated work week. The FLSA also, very critically, establishes certain protections where child labor is concerned. And therefore, there are certain jobs pursuant to the FLSA that children may not work in. Why is the child labor provision an important part of the FLSA? Well, if you look at the history of the law was enacted in 1938. However, the first draft of the statute came into play in 1932. And what was going on at that time? Well, our country was in the midst of the Great Depression. And in the years prior to then, we were in what's called the Industrial Revolution phase of our nation's history. And during that time, there was a great movement in the mid to late 19th century and early 20th century from workers to leave the very agrarian society and transition over into jobs in cities, working in factories in many cases. Children were legally employed in many positions that were dangerous for anyone to do. You had children as young as 5 and 6 years of age who would work, and they would be called upon in the factories to crawl under and to fix a jammed portion of the motor, and sometimes they would get very seriously injured. And there would be no protection for them if a child lost an arm or even his or her life. So this was one of the major reasons why the FLSA was enacted, to protect children. I'll talk some more about the child labor provision of the FLSA as well as some of its other benefits and some of the other things that the law mandates. But if you have any questions regarding the FLSA, go to the Department of Labor's website. It's www.dol.gov. The Department of Labor is the administrative agency that enforces the FLSA. This is Kathleen Bonzik. Thank you very much for watching and for listening today.